Today, we're gonna be exploring Beaverton, and more specifically, West Beaverton. Now, I'm in a gorgeous neighborhood known as Burntwood West, and this part of Beaverton is just absolutely amazing. You're gonna wanna watch this whole video to see what it's like living in this neighborhood. All right, let's get right into it. My name is Cullen. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the Portland area. So if you're looking to buy or sell, go ahead and reach out, give me a call. My information's right down there. Better yet, I'm gonna throw it right up on the screen. Pause this video and go ahead and reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Be happy to answer any of your questions. Now, I'm really excited about this video today because today we're exploring Burntwood West, which is a neighborhood in West Beaverton. Now let me throw up the map here so you can get a good idea of exactly kind of where we are. This part of Beaverton is probably my personal favorite. It extends all the way from West Beaverton down to Southwest Beaverton. These areas have gorgeous neighborhoods, lots of pride of ownership. You can see that just in the lawns. Everyone takes care of their homes, and the schools are great. You're in the Beaverton School District, which ranks in the top 10 in the state. The number one thing I love about these neighborhoods are just the pride of ownership, how well all the homes are really taken care of. So let's go walk around the neighborhood a little bit so you can see for yourself. That's one of the main reasons I shoot these videos, is so you can see what it's like to live right here in these neighborhoods. So let's talk about home prices. In this neighborhood, you can expect to pay about $600,000 to $700,000 for your average home. This is gonna be anywhere from 3 to 4 bedrooms with 2.5 plus bathrooms. Most of the houses in this area were built in the mid-90s. The homes aren't super old like a lot of the homes in Portland, where they can be up to 100 years old. So that's one of the things I really like about this West Beaverton and Southwest Beaverton, is that the homes were built in the 90s on up for the most part. So your maintenance is just gonna be more cosmetic, maybe updating water heaters, furnaces, things like that as they come up. But I always recommend get a home warranty when you buy a house, and that will cover all those big ticket items that do have a certain amount of life left on them. Okay, we're just leaving Talek Park. This park is just an example of one of the many neighborhood parks that'll be throughout West Beaverton and Southwest Beaverton. Just local to this little neighborhood. I really love how they have the covered area for basketball and picnic tables in there. So even when it rains, you can still get out there, get a little exercise, or have a picnic with the kids. And again, very typical for here, there's a kid structure there, grass field for kids to play in. You'll notice how quiet it is, except for the guy mowing the lawn. But other than that, I'm here on a Friday afternoon, and it's very, very quiet. I love the tree-lined streets that you get here in this neighborhood of Burntwood West. All these neighborhoods in these areas are gonna be a little bit different. The thing I love about this neighborhood is these tree-lined streets that the city planted when they originally developed this neighborhood. It's springtime now, so all the trees are blooming, the bushes, the flowers. So it really is truly amazing out right now. One of the other things that's great about this neighborhood are the schools. Now, the schools in this area are highly rated. I'll put a link down there in the description area. I always reference niche.com. I find it's got the best consistent school grading. It really breaks it down for you in there on all the different aspects on reading, math, academics, and you can also see comments and feedback from other parents or sometimes even students if it's a high school. Now you can see in this area, it's also got curved streets. They're not all crisscross grid pattern. I love that aspect about it. So I'm getting a little out of breath right here, walking up this hill. But again, that's great for exercise. It's got really nice, well-maintained sidewalks, which is great for out there with the kids, riding bikes, walking the dogs, just out there getting a walk. Another awesome thing about this neighborhood, it's got these really cool trails that connect a bunch of the different parks throughout here. I mean, there are so many parks. I'm gonna throw up the map here, and you can see in this overhead drone footage, I mean, there's a ton of green space here. I mean, you can hear the birds chirping, squirrels running them by. There really is a sense of living in nature here. Here's one of the entrances right here. So let's go walk down one of these trails right here. They got some little gates there so you can't drive your car or motorcycle in here. But I mean, look at this huge, nicely paved trail that's going right through the back of this neighborhood right here. Pretty amazing. Another really cool aspect about this neighborhood are the views. I mean, check out some of these views you got back here. Just gorgeous. You got the mountains way back that way, the coastal mountains right back there, and they're still snow-capped on some of them. You're just surrounded by hills in this neighborhood. It's just gorgeous. You can literally, anywhere you live in this neighborhood, you can just pop out a block away. You're gonna have a trailhead to be able to walk around. So you can see all these houses here behind me that border this trail. I mean, they're all gonna have amazing, amazing views of the hills and the coastal mountains back through those trees over that way. You're also really close to a lot of big companies, so your commute time could be really short if you're in tech, if you work for Nike, Intel, and there's a ton of other hardware related jobs. This is part of Silicon Forest. Now, if you work from home, this could also be a great location because again, it's gonna be really quiet. It is garbage day today, so I can hear a garbage truck down the corner, down the street. I mean, it is very, very quiet in this neighborhood and so serene. That's one of the things I like about the neighborhood I live in Lake Oswego, is being able to just go down a couple blocks, hop on a little trail, take a break from my home office and get a little exercise, kind of unplug, you know, for 20 minutes, half an hour. I really love that about where I live, and you definitely get that in West Beaverton and the Southwest Beaverton areas. One of the main draws for this area really is the school district. People love and rave about the Beaverton School District. Beaverton has a lot of schools, and they even have a science and tech school where you can apply to get in. I actually have a client that I just got under contract for a house in this neighborhood right here. And if you're watching, Steve and Haley, hey, there are a lot of families in this neighborhood. I've already passed a couple of people with little kids taking them over to the playground. Beaverton is known to have a lot of congestion and traffic on the main arteries and roadways because it is a more condensed area when you compare it to a lot of the other suburbs. That's what I really like about West Beaverton and Southwest Beaverton area, because you get into these neighborhoods and there's not a lot of traffic. It's very quiet. You're back off of the main roads. And so you feel like you could just be, you know, way out in a remote suburb, but you're really only like 15, 20 minutes to downtown Portland. And those are my favorite suburbs of Portland, when you're only 20 minutes or less from downtown, because then you really have the full access of the whole city. You know, if you want to go meet friends to a restaurant or to a new brewery for a beer, you can do all those things. It's not a big outing. It's not a big deal to have to drive 15, 20 minutes. Plus, if you have kids, you can go to amaze. It's one of the great science museums that we have here in Portland, just east of downtown. And you got the zoo. You're even closer to things like Japanese gardens and a ton of other parks for kids to explore over there just west of downtown. And you're only like 10 minutes drive from the zoo. These neighborhoods also have these central mailboxes. So every house is going to have one of these at the end of each street. Here's one for this street. There's one right over there for that little cul-de-sac right back there. And that's nice. You don't have the mailman driving right up to your house. I mean, listen how quiet it is in this street. It really is just so quiet. You would never realize that you're right in Beaverton. I mean, look at some of the views here. Here's the neighbor I just spoke to, super nice guy, going to walk his dogs right here on one of the local trails. And you can get a sense here right behind me, the hills right through here. I mean, just gorgeous. And I'm standing right in the patio here of one of the homes that my clients have pending right now. This neighborhood is more established, so if you like the homes that were built in the 90s, what you're gonna get with that are bigger lots. And that's what attracted my clients to this particular house, among some other things of the layout of the house that they just loved. There was a lot of windows, skylights that had been put in, so it was really bright inside. But most of the houses here are recessed. They're not right up on the front of the street, and they all have backyards Most of them have fences, so you get that extra privacy in there. Really, for this neighborhood, if you have a budget of $650,000 plus, this neighborhood could be a good fit for you, and you'll be kind of open to most of the opportunities that pop up. There are a lot of new construction options that are really close to here, but with those, you're gonna have much smaller yards, or you're gonna have little patio yards. But if new construction is something that you prefer and you don't need a big yard, then definitely reach out. My information's right down there. Here, I'll put up my number again. Give me a call and I can go through with you some of those new build options. There's several builders in the area, and basically what they do is they only get a couple of houses a month that are ready, that hit the market. And that way they're not just flooding the market with a bunch of the homes that they're gonna be building out at the same time. And then they just create too much competition for themselves, which drives the prices down. So instead, every month they have a couple of homes usually being released. So reach out to me and I can send you information on some of those. And most of the builders are also gonna do some kind of incentive right now. With a full price offer, they'll offer some cash towards your closing costs. So if that sounds appealing to you, definitely reach out and I can send you some of those. My watch just said record outdoor walk, which yes, I do wanna record the outdoor walk. That's one of the reasons I got this Apple Watch. I'm outside walking around so much, and I want to be able to keep track as I'm getting a little older, my fitness and my health, and just to see, hey, you know, how much of my exercise am I actually getting? Because I am out walking around at houses a lot, and if I forget to hit that, I love that it gives me a little reminder like, hey, it seems like you're outside for a walk. Do you want to record this? Yes, I do. I actually have another client that's under contract right now in Southwest Beaverton in Murray Hill. We're actually able to secure that house for them with a contingent offer. So those things are possible in today's market right here in the spring of 2023. Now, if you're watching outside of that time frame, market does change very quickly, so reach out to me and we can go over that. So just to recap this neighborhood, some of the things that come with this neighborhood of Burntwood West are a great close-knit community, great schools, lots of shopping amenities, and lots of job opportunities very close by as well. And your location to all the shopping, all of the amenities that Portland has to offer is excellent. No more than 20 minutes to get downtown and be able to access all of those amenities all around there. Oh hey, if you guys found this information helpful and would like to be notified next time I release new videos about living in and around Portland, Oregon, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so be notified next time I release a new video. All right, this has been West Beaverton exploring the neighborhood of Burntwood West. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. My information's right down there.